Hello everyone, welcome back once again. In this video, you will get to know various chapters under the project. Make sure to watch the video till the end, and if you're new to the channel, then please do subscribe and hit on the bell icon to get the notification of latest uploads. And also, if you have further queries, feel free to comment them in the comment section. Without further ado, let's get started. So as you can see on my screen, here are different chapter schemes of a project. We will discuss them one by one. The first chapter of any project should be an introduction chapter. So introduction chapter is the first and important chapter which gives a summary of your topic and what you're going to do in the project. It also creates a curiosity and interest in the mind of the reader by reading the first chapter. So in this chapter, you'll have to mention about what you have done, why you have done, and how you have done. So research questions has to be considered when you're writing your introduction chapter. Title and objective of your project has to be considered while adding the content in this chapter, and this is also a little summary of your project has to be there in the introduction chapter. After the introduction chapter, second chapter will be the literature review. So in the literature review, why this topic, why the objectives are taken, selected, and how you're going to meet or achieve your objectives of the selected title, you'll have to explain in the literature review. So the literature review on the topic, literature review on the methods being used for conducting the research, and theoretical approach you'll also have to add in the literature review. You'll also have to find a whole idea about your topic and the similar work which has been done, which will also help you to find the research gap. In the third chapter, which is going to be a research methodology chapter, you'll have to explain how you have done this project or how you'll be doing this project. You'll have to explain here the research design, a research procedure, kind of data, how you have collected primary data, secondary data, you'll have to explain. Collection process, how you have collected with the help of survey, interviews, experiments, how you have collected that data, you'll also have to explain here. Also selection and access of various data, you'll have to explain. Also about the ethical statements, quotes, and funding, if there's any, you'll also have to explain in the research methodology chapter. The fourth chapter is the preliminary data. We also call this a data analysis, interpretation, or data analysis and discussion chapter. Here you'll have to explain in a tabular format with the statistical data what you have done, what analysis you have done, what numbers you have got, what statistics you have collected, what test you have applied to your data. Everything you'll have to explain here in this chapter. So evidence of importance this chapter gives, also informs the different kinds of methodologies and tests you have applied. Also you'll have to talk in this chapter. This chapter also gives a preliminary finding after the discussion and important categories and relationship between the question and what you have got in the findings. You can also discuss in this chapter. After preliminary data chapter or data analysis and discussion chapter, next can be your suggestions and limitations. So you'll have to suggest if there's any alternative, any limitations of your project, or what your research will do. That can be a scope of your research that can also be explained here. And the last chapter is going to be the conclusion chapter. In this chapter, you'll have to explain your contribution to the body of knowledge and importance of your work. So what you have done, how you have done, and why this is important, you'll have to answer these fundamental questions in this chapter. So this is how your chapter scheme has to be there. After the conclusion, the last can be the references, and then appendix stuff you can also attach with the project. So this is how you can have a chapter scheme of your project. So I'm sure you must have found the chapter scheme useful. If so, then please give a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Also, if you have further queries relating to any chapter of this chapter scheme, then feel free to comment them in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next video. Next video is going to be on question and answer round, which people have asked me relating to project series. So we will be discussing them. Make sure to stay connected for the next video as well. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, this is Sandeep signing off. Thank you for your time.